Amidst the political controversy on the Amritsar East contest, which is between Navjot Singh Sidhu versus Bikram Singh Majithia, his wife is now contesting from Majita, his family bastion. We have with us Ganieve Kaur, her first interview with India Today. You know, you've been behind the limelight, you've been behind in terms of in the shadows, and now that you have emerged in the political spectrum, what is your vision? What are your political leanings? Obviously, it has to be the Shivani Akali Dal, but what have you been thinking about it?
Well, I never ever thought that I was ever going to go into politics. And circumstances just became such that I had to come and stand shoulder to shoulder with my husband and help him in this time of need. And
Are you a political person in that sense?
no, not at all. But
Do you follow day-to-day news? How interesting?
I was always interested in in what was happening in the country, and in that sense, in what's happening in the nation, it's happening in the world. But I wasn't really what's going on in.
Is that not surprising? Because the Badal family has been at the forefront of Punjab politics, and you married into a family of that kind. Harsimrat Badal is there. So do you draw inspiration from her? Do you draw inspiration from other women in politics?
Oh yes, absolutely. She is definitely an inspiration. I mean, she's a force to reckon with, and I can only dream of being like her.
But are you nervous about this political stage?
Very, because I've never done it. I've never even come and helped my husband for any of his elections. I've never even voted for him. So it's something that's completely new for me.
Also, how do you plan? Because, every politician has to deal with political controversy. Now, there have been several around your husband. How do you deal with it? How do you tell your children about it? What do they have to say about your jumping into this political fray?
Well, my kids are still really small. They don't really understand. And my elder son is very excited. He loves politics. The younger one is not so keen on it. So they both look at it differently.
Also, a lot of people, we spoke to Navjot Kaur today, and she said, she doesn't know you, and she said, I've seen her for the very first time. And it's all about holding on to that particular seat rather than giving somebody else an opportunity. What do you think about that?
Well, those are her thoughts, and she's, I can't say anything about that. Those are, each individual has their own.
You will prove your mettle.
I feel the Majithia people of Majithia have always stood by my husband. They've given him a lot of love and affection. I mean, as I go out in amongst those people, I see the love and affection that they hold for him. I've seen the love and affection that he has for them. And
I must say that in 2017, when Shivani Akali Dal got 15 seats, he won by a large margin. In fact, he got 65,000 votes or so, which is Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress put together. And this time around, you are going to be the face. How does that kind of feel? How are you going to take the family legacy forward? A lot of people will question, this is about Parivarva, this may be about, of the family keeping the power to themselves. Do you question that within family politics? Is that a discussion between all of you?
Well, it's more, I think for him it was more like it's his family, and you don't leave your family. You don't just discard your family. You look after them and you nurture them. And since...
But were you on board as far as the decision was concerned? Because a lot of people telling you, your first interaction, you told that you actually thought he was joking when he told you that.
I did think he was joking when he told me that, but when I realized he wasn't, obviously, whatever he decided, I stood by him because, I've always stood by him. And anything he decides, I know it'll be for his and my benefit. We are in it together.
So what we see inside your house is a lot of art, and since you're associated with Christie's, do tell us about that. From going from the art to the field of politics, it's quite a varied...
Well, I'm not really going from the field of art into the field of politics. I'm going from the field of family to the field of politics. I've been, for the last 10 years, I've just been with the family. And that's all I've done, look after my children. It's just been about my husband and my children.
And now it's going to be about your constituency.
Now it's going to be the extended family of his other family of his constituents. And so it'll be the children and the constituents and him and me.
So it's not the sons who are just making the debut, it's also the Bahu, the Ganieve Kaur is here and she's making her political debut. How impressive that is going to be, one, the Janta is going to decide, but yes, definitely a political foray to look out for. With camera person Chandi Ram, this is Kamaljit Sandhu in Amritsar for India Today.